2 problems today together, and then you're going to have the rest of the hour to work. Okay? So this first problem seems like, oh, it's going to take us forever. It takes up the whole first page. So it gives us 3 different models. It says 3 trains are traveling at constant speeds. For each, the distance traveled depends on the time as shown below. Train A, they show us in a graph. Train B, they show us in a chart. And train C, they show us in an equation. And then it asks for the speed of each train. Speed is really your slope. So what we need to do is we need to go back to train A, B, and C, and we need to find the slope. Okay? Train A. In order to find the slope, we need to find 2 points that are on that graph. I would say this one here and this one here. Yes? Everybody follow me? So this would be 1, 80 and 2, 160. I should probably do this down here. Bless you. Okay? Slope formula. Which letter goes on top? Your y goes on top. Your y goes on top. Your y goes on top. It's probably easiest if you put your work right down here by your train A. Here, I'll move this down. Oops. Okay? All right. So, what y value do you want to start with? 80 minus 160 divided by 1 minus, make sure you put them in the correct order. 80 minus 160 is negative 80. 1 minus 2 is, careful, negative 1. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. So positive 80. That train is going 80 miles per second. That's fast. Okay. Then we got to go to train B. Guess what? We're finding the slope, but this time we're going to use our table. This is our swoops. How do I go from 0 to 1? Plus 1. 1 to 2. Plus 1. 2 to 3. Plus 1. On the bottom. Are you sure? Double check him, Zayden. This next one's? Yeah? Okay. All right, now be careful here. Which one goes on top? You're very good. Your y, which is your distance. So 75 over 1. 75 over 1. 75 over 1, which is 75. Train C is the easiest. This number is your slope. So how fast is train C going? 65. The number right here is your slope. Yep, hold on a second. Don't say any answers yet. Once you have that, the other 2 questions they ask you are super easy. Which train is the slowest? Train C. It has the lowest rate of change, the lowest slope. Now, thank you. Each one of these is for 1 second. They want us to find it for 3 seconds. So we have to take that number up here times 3. 80 times 3 is 240. Train B is 75 times 3, which is 75 times 3. 65 times 3. 195. So that problem looks like, oh, it's going to take me forever. It's all about slope. It's all about slope. Okay, so that brings in your Tuesday and Wednesday tasks, and even kind of Monday too with the table. All right, flip it over. This is exactly what you did yesterday. It just looks a little different. Okay, but it's exactly like you guys did yesterday, and you guys were phenomenal yesterday. Suppose that y varies directly with x and y equals 24 when x equals 15. Write a direct variation equation that relates x and y. Find y when x equals 2. Remember the two things we did yesterday? Column 1 on the left, column 2 on the right. That's the two blanks you're going to fill in today. Okay? So yesterday, y equals mx. Good job. Y equals mx. Then we take it from way up top. What are we replacing y with? 24. Oh, yeah, you guys did this way. M equals y over x, right? What's your y value? What's your x value? 15. Now, it's always best that you reduce. What numbers should you always try to divide out? 2s, 3s, 5s. Okay, can you divide a 2 out of 15?
No.
No, it's odd. Can you divide a 3 out?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, you got 5 on the bottom. What do you have on the top? 8. Okay. Can you reduce 8 over 5? So what is your equation for A? Very good. Don't forget, you have to have the y, you have to have the equals, and you have to have the x. You know what most people forget? The x. The x. So always check that. All right, then we go to part B. Use our equation. Y equals 8/5 x. What do I do now? Times by what? 2, because x is 2. 2 over 1. 8/5 times 2 over 1. Is there anything that you should check, though? Cross simplify. 2 and 5, they have to be 1 on top and 1 on bottom.
Yep.
So we multiply across 8 times 2, 5 times 1.
5.
And that is what you type. It already, see how it already has y equals? You would just have to type in 16/5. No x on that one. Correct. No x on that one. Okay, listen to my directions. Turn your computers on, open to your desktop, close out of everything, and leave it there for a minute. Then go get a sheet of paper to start your online.